We're here on the pound yen, and this is a little head and shoulders that's set up, and I've just got involved with the trade. I had my entry actually a little while ago, but I waited for a better risk to reward, and you can see here it's actually quite a nice looking head and shoulders. We've got the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, and we've got another leg just here. And then what we did is we violated to the downside, we pulled back, so anywhere within this zone, this outside return, I was looking for a lower low, lower close. We got it just here, but what I did was I waited for price to pull back and give me a better risk to reward. If I just zoom out a little bit, you'll see that we have not actually come into this structure level right here, so I'm just going to bring this structure level down, and so I'm really then looking for the market to come down to that level. And if we put an extension on there, that's just past a 127, and it's also just above that psychological number 14400. Has meant then in terms of risk 10 pips, and in terms of reward here we're looking at about 29. So just going to go to the 60, just take a quick look at this. I won't bother doing the higher time frame analysis on this, but what we've been doing basically here is we had a move lower, a pullback, a move lower, a pullback, a move lower, a pullback, and we have actually come into the wicks up here. We've had a high test candle, so an inverted hammer, and we did just go over bought at just over 80, so it's a place where I'm looking for a reaction. And if I put a structure level in just here, which is where these candles have closed, you'll see that's also where my targets are now. So head and shoulders there, we'll come back to this and see whether or not we can get down for targets. And we're back for an update on this trade. I did make one small alteration once I stopped the video, and that was I wasn't too happy where my stop was. So I did actually move it up a couple of pips. Yeah, 2 pips further up. I wanted to actually be above this level just here, and you can see that that actually was the right decision, because otherwise I would have been stopped out here. So whenever I deal with these lower time frames, particularly under 20 pips, I always want to give it an extra 2 pips just to make sure. So not been stopped out yet, obviously in profit here for 8 pips, but we'll hold this trade and see if we can get down here then for targets. Okay, we're back on this trade. My alarm's just gone off. I just had to run upstairs from the gym. Let's have a look. 1 pip away from targets. You know that I like to capture these things hitting, so I'm just going to go ahead here now and roll a couple of pips past break even. Hopefully we can push down, yeah, those extra few pips. We've got 6 pips to go, so yeah, this is going to be for around 29, 30 pips, something like that. Okay, just resume the video. There we go, target hit for 30 pips. What a lovely trade. Let's go and have a look at the 60, just have a look what happened to the candlestick formations, and there you go. Seeing that reaction, there is a possibility that we could pull down to this level, to be honest with you, but a little bit too aggressive for me, that, because we have double bottomed here, so wasn't really interested in that. But what a lovely trade for 30 pips.